Sex is so much better for me when I'm high, and I think my boyfriend is offended by this. F25. Recently started smoking marijuana to help me sleep at night after my prescription medication stopped working. I've never smoked before in my life, but I was desperate for sleep, and once I tried it, it actually worked. It's a regular thing for me before bed now. The first time I had sex with my boyfriend, M31, while high before bed, it was mind-blowing. The best sex of my entire life by far. The reason being is that I'm fairly petite and I do experience pain during penetration. It's not overwhelmingly painful, but sometimes it's definitely uncomfortable. When I'm high, it numbs a lot of that pain, and the only sensation I feel is the pleasure, which makes it unimaginably enjoyable, and I get off multiple times. The problem is, my boyfriend seems offended that sex is so much better for me when I'm under the influence of marijuana. How do I handle this? How do I make him understand that it's not because the sex was bad before, but it's just that I enjoy not having any pain during intercourse? I don't know how to explain to him that I feel like now sex is equally as enjoyable for us when I'm high. Before I smoked, I didn't know any different and thought sex was just sometimes slightly painful for women. But now I found a way for it to be nothing but enjoyable, and I feel guilty because my boyfriend seems offended by this. Any and all advice is welcome. Please help. Show him what you just wrote. You explained yourself pretty well here. There's I'm high, so now I can ignore things about you I don't find attractive, or see them differently. And now I enjoy sex with you. And then there's I'm high, so now I can ignore my own anxiety and pain, discomfort, and really focus on enjoying sex with you. Both can be true. You just need to explain that it's the latter for you to him. I would like you to look into endometriosis because sex during and after pain is not normal, especially if it isn't rough hardcore sex. As someone who has absolutely used MJ for pain during and after sex because I'd crying or just refuse to let my partner touch me, you need to explain to him that you finally found something that helps you. And since this doesn't hurt him in a physical way, he needs to use his words in why it hurts him, emotional or mentally. You should be offended that he wasn't concerned back when sex was painful for you. If you feel pain during penetration, you can tell him that weed helps you with it. Or you can just don't engage in PIV if don't feel like this is something for you. If your BF doesn't want to have sex with you only when you are high, maybe you need to set some new boundaries and explore other things than penetration, like oral, anal, maybe vibratos. Then you can have sober sex as well, but without pain. I think you can find a compromise if he is open and really cares about your well-being. I am really glad that you found a way to alleviate pain. BC sex shouldn't be unpleasant or painful, no matter what the doctors tell you. Also, try to seek professional in endometriosis and check if everything is okay. It's not because the sex was bad before, but it's just that I enjoy not having any pain during intercourse. By saying this right here, you may need to further explore his relationship to marijuana. Are you aware if he has any sort of negative experience with it? Been in similar shoes to the ones you're wearing. My partner had a previous partner that used irresponsibly and it caused issues. IDK when your girl tells you she just had the best sex of her life. How are you gonna go around acting like your ego is bruised? I'm the same way. I enjoy sex in my sober state, and that's how it is 95% of the time. But sometimes I'm high or a little drunk and sex is 1000x better. My fiancé has never been butthurt about it. If anything, he's pleased with himself. Like I didn't have mind-blowing sex on my own. He definitely helped LMAO. I think you need to talk to a doctor about the pain. Glancing over your post history. This guy doesn't seem very nice. If anything, he should be excited that sex is more pleasurable for you. There are lots of people who want their partners to be happy and don't have to be convinced of it. Marijuana makes sex better for lots of people. Ironically, booze typically makes it worse, despite being the go-to for young people around the world. Speaking personally, weed makes all my biological needs much more enjoyable. Eating, sleeping, and sex. I don't know why it is. And I don't use it so frequently anymore. But when I do, I always notice. Food tastes better, sleep is deeper, and sex is mind-blowing. It doesn't sound strange to me at all that this is your experience. Though it does sound strange to me that your BF is upset that his girl is now having amazing, out-of-this-world sex with him. Lol. Is dude jealous of a plant? I am stoned for 95% of the sex I have. And my partners are into it because they get excited about my pleasure? And understand that THC helps reduce pain and anxiety and enhance physical touch? Like, these are all good things, baby. Tell your BF to get excited about your pleasure instead of personalizing his performance. So I had the same issue when I was skinnier. Sex hurt and I couldn't relax into it and just enjoy. Smoking makes it so much better for me too. It just helps to lose the tension and get into it. Your BF should just be happy that you are now not feeling pain. Did you tell him before that it hurt or was uncomfortable? You'd think he'd be happy you aren't dealing with that anymore. Peg him. Then peg him while he's high. Ask which felt better. So a few things. It can definitely trigger some insecurity that your partner needs to be high to enjoy having sex with you. Enjoying sex while high typically is short-lived. You'll get used to it and you either get over that or start chasing new highs that can cause more harm to yourself and your relationship. You and your partner might discuss better foreplay tactics so that you enjoy the eventual penetration more and do not experience as much pain. If the pain continues, you might speak to your doctor or a specialist to make sure there's not something else going on down there that you need to take care of. What are his views on marijuana in general? Talk to a doctor. What you're describing isn't normal. Hopefully you are already using lots of lube. But if not, that could be one of the sources of your pain. Vaginas are built to expand far beyond the size of a penis. Every single cis woman I know who has had sex while high have all said it feels much more pleasurable. I personally was blown away the first time I had sex high. It felt so good. Your senses are heightened, quiets inhibitions and relaxes your mind. Of course it is going to feel better. And all of these reasons have nothing to do with the person you're having sex with. For me, even non-high sex feels better after experiencing it high many times because the high times taught me how to relax, connect with my body's sensations, and cast away the thoughts about how I looked, sounded, etc. that get in the way of truly enjoying the moment. If your boyfriend has a problem with any of these things, are you sure he's the person you want to be having sex with? He's getting laid and his partner is having a blast. I believe most men, nay people, would be thrilled. You being petite has nothing to do with pain. It sounds like a medical issue. Or you're not lubricated enough. Do you use extra lubricant? As for your boyfriend, he needs to get over it. There's a reason so many people love drugs and sex on drugs.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.